India's sacred earth, a land in peril. India, a land of vibrant colors, ancient traditions, and breathtaking landscapes, is facing a silent crisis. The very elements that make it unique, its rich biodiversity and the sacred status of its natural resources, are under threat. From the snow-capped Himalayas to the fertile Gangetic plains, the signs are ominous. The air is thick with pollution, rivers run dry or overflow with toxic waste, and forests disappear at an alarming rate. We must ask ourselves a difficult question. Is our faith, our deep reverence for nature, contributing to its destruction? India is a land where faith permeates every aspect of life. Rivers are revered as goddesses, trees are considered sacred, and mountains hold the abode of the divine. This deep-rooted spirituality has for centuries fostered a sense of harmony between humans and nature. Yet, somewhere along the way, this delicate balance has been disrupted. The consequences are all around us. Glaciers are receding, forests are shrinking, and species are disappearing. The very soul of India, its natural heritage, is at stake. We can no longer afford to ignore the role of our actions, even those rooted in faith. In this unfolding environmental crisis, it is time for a difficult conversation, a moment of introspection. We must reconcile our faith with the urgent need to protect our environment. The future of India, a land where gods and nature have coexisted for millennia, depends on it. The Ganges, a river choked by devotion. The Ganges, or Ganga Ma, Mother Ganges, holds a place of unparalleled sanctity in the hearts of millions in India. She is the lifeblood of the Gangetic plains, a source of water and a symbol of purity and redemption. Yet today, the Ganges is also one of the most polluted rivers in the world. The river, once a symbol of life, now carries the burden of our collective actions. Every day, millions of devotees bathe in the Ganges, washing away their sins and seeking blessings. Religious ceremonies, cremations, and the disposal of offerings all contribute to the river's pollution. Untreated sewage from cities and industrial waste further compound the problem. The water, once considered sacred and pure, is now a toxic cocktail of pollutants. The consequences are devastating. Aquatic life is dying, and the health of millions who depend on the river is at risk. Waterborne diseases are rampant. The very river we revere is slowly being choked by our devotion. We cannot ignore the irony. Our faith, our love for Ganga Ma, is contributing to her demise. It is time to redefine our relationship with the river, to find ways to express our devotion without destroying her. The Himalayas, under pressure from pilgrimage. The Himalayas, the abode of the gods, stand as a majestic backdrop to the Indian subcontinent. These mountains, the source of life-giving rivers, are revered as sacred. Yet, even these mighty peaks are not immune to the impact of human activities. Every year, millions of pilgrims undertake arduous journeys to visit sacred shrines nestled high in the Himalayas. The influx of pilgrims, coupled with the development of infrastructure to support them, is taking a toll on the fragile mountain ecosystem. Forests are being cleared for roads and buildings, disrupting wildlife habitats and increasing the risk of landslides. The delicate balance of nature is being disturbed. The very act of pilgrimage, an expression of faith, is contributing to the degradation of the sacred landscape. The consequences are already being felt. Landslides and flash floods, once rare, are becoming increasingly common, threatening lives and livelihoods. We must recognize that our actions, even those undertaken in the name of faith, have consequences. It is time to explore sustainable alternatives, to find ways to make pilgrimages less damaging to the environment. The future of the Himalayas, the source of our rivers, and the abode of our gods depends on it. Balancing faith and nature, a need for change. India stands at a crossroads. Our faith, our deep reverence for nature, is clashing with the reality of our actions. The pollution of the Ganges, the degradation of the Himalayas, These are stark reminders that we need to redefine our relationship with the natural world. The solution lies not in abandoning our faith, but in reinterpreting it. We must recognize that true devotion lies in protecting the sacred, not in destroying it. We must find ways to express our faith that are in harmony with nature, not in conflict with it. This requires a fundamental shift in our thinking. We must move away from the idea that development and progress come at the cost of the environment. We must embrace sustainable practices, reduce our consumption, and prioritize the health of our rivers, forests, and mountains. The task is daunting, but not insurmountable. India has a long and rich tradition of environmental stewardship. From the ancient concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the whole world is one family, to the Chipko movement, where villagers hugged trees to prevent deforestation, there are countless examples of Indians standing up for nature. We must draw upon this legacy, this inherent understanding that we are part of nature, not separate from it.